That part I hadn't noticed. All right.
Okay, hold on. Let me review these quickly here.
Okay.
Yes, there's that. Meh. That. Meh. Oh, yeah, and that. Okay. And that. All right, let's get this show on the road.
Welcome to Speaking Of. I'm Jared.
And I'm Kate.
And I'm going to hand it back to you that quick.
Volley.
Volley.
Well, we do have some catching up to do. So there's that.
There is that.
But where to begin is the question. Jared is fully vaccinated.
I
Everyone
am
should
fully
be glad
vaccinated.
to know. And he didn't have any violent reactions.
No, nothing too much. I didn't get those donkey yips.
He always calls me that. I love that joke.
It's a classic for a
Anyway.
reason. Couldn't have set it up better if I wanted to.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let me casually check my notes.
I mean, I can start with something, but you can go ahead. Because you've got more than me.
I mean, I do.
I'll just keep it at that.
Anyway,
Anywho.
so a few weeks ago, so you
Right.
know that Hubs and I have been taking daily walks.
Yes, it's very dangerous, and I worry about her so much because she trips on the flat ground. And he takes her out when it's icy, and it's just not a good thing.
Okay,
It's all true.
please keep in mind, he does not know the story I'm about to tell. But the fact that you used the word dangerous. So.
I mean, I wouldn't even put you on a treadmill, to be honest.
That would be the worst. It's moving, but you're not supposed to. No, it is bad. I have had a couple of very bad falls on these,
Flat surface.
these sidewalk walks. One, the bruise took, it took a long time. Anyway,
Oh, we're so...
so as the new year started, I foolishly told Hubs, you are allowed to wake me up at 6 for these morning walks.
Oh, that's why I've been getting earlier in the morning texts from you.
Yeah, that's why. Sometimes it's
Because I'm
a
like, it's
challenge,
before 7:30. What's she texting already?
right? Trying to wake up because I got to go for a walk.
So
So
cold.
I don't mind it.
Okay.
The cold isn't so bad. However, so 6 o'clock a few weeks ago was still dark, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we typically just do the block, right? And then we go the circle and then come back.
Oh, good. You're not like hiking up that hill anymore.
Well, on Fridays, we walk to the Holiday over on 13th
Oh, okay.
and get me a fountain soda.
Well, sometimes
That's
it's all about the
my
motivator.
reward. So a few weeks ago, we were making that walk, and this time he decided we were going to cross 13th first, and then take that
Were
east
you-
side all the way across.
Are you gonna jaywalk?
No, we were at the
Oh,
crosswalk.
okay, good. Okay, good.
So we're walking now. We're at
That's good.
the T intersection of Winchester and 13th.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, and so normally we have to cross west to east across 13th,
Right.
and then north to south across Winchester.
Yes.
But we're already on the east side of 13th, so we're just crossing straight across, right?
Right.
We've pushed the button. We have the walking man, and so we're walking, and there's nobody there
Oh, okay. I was getting concerned there for a minute.
yet.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, and it seriously felt like and still seems like a dream. This Jeep, kind of like yours, but different, like older. Well,
Yeah.
it's like that kind of Jeep, not like a
Right.
Wrangler Jeep. It's
Like,
a,
not like those Jeepy Jeeps.
Yeah. So this guy is turning, and Joe stops And then that distracts me, and I stop, and I can hear it. And I turn, and I look, and I see this vehicle coming towards us. Both of us are confident that we made eye contact with this man. And he did not stop.
Are you kidding?
No.
That's one of my biggest fears, like, that I'm going to hit somebody in a crosswalk. Well, I don't know why, but yeah.
It was so crazy. And I'm standing there.
And did it go boom?
Well,
and your nose was like, oh.
No. And if I had been thinking, I would have, like, gotten close enough and then smacked the hood, to scare him.
Oh, yeah, done some New York stuff.
Yeah, but no, I didn't do that. Instead, I stood right in the line of fire, stared at the car, and thought to myself, I wonder if that's going to hurt. Like, what's wrong with me? So Joe is like,
I was gonna ask if your life flashed before your eyes, but apparently not. Is it gonna hurt?
This might be painful. I've seen movies about this.
Might lose a hip over this one.
I wonder if my shoe will come off.
You hear weird things though about that.
You see it happen.
That's true.
Oh. So he's standing kind of to the side and wondering why I am not stepping out of the way. And like it was like a deer in headlights. I think that's gonna hurt. So finally, I get my wits and take a couple of steps away.
Right.
Just yelling at him.
Oh, I'm sure.
And the Jeep takes the turn. Like, he didn't slow down at all ever. He didn't speed up, so there's that. But he didn't slow down at all. And then as he's going down the hill, he kind of hits the brake and goes, do you see me now? So after that, he was like, I'm going to start carrying, what did he call it? Oh, he had a fun name for it, but a rock that he was going to throw because he was mad that he didn't have anything to throw at the Jeep. So
at least some people take their shoes off and throw them.
Right.
So,
I mean, he did go to Costco that weekend and bought these like mag lights. And so it has this strobe flash that he does every time he crosses the street. Not so much now because it's not as dark.
Right.
But every time I was like, dude, you got to turn that off. He's like, I'm trying not to get you killed. Whatever. But yeah, it was scary. I've never had anything like that happen before.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, we both individually made eye contact with this guy.
Anyway.
So yeah, walking is dangerous. And this is why
walking is dangerous.
Exercise terrifies me.
Hear that, Beverly Wesley?
It's risky.
It's risky.
And I'm not. Wait.
I was going to say. That I don't know. So, speaking of rage and anger and...
This has been the week of rage.
It has been the week of rage. I did save this one for the show. I didn't tell you this in our pregame show.
Oh my.
Just so I could share it now.
Just so you know, the pregame show consisted of, these are the reasons that I almost ended up in jail this week. That's essentially what that was. Yeah, just this week. In fact, I sent you that comic that's with Kermit the Frog.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, violence isn't the answer. Violence is the solution. Let's commit a felony.
Waka waka.
Yes, that was this week.
I used to do a mean Fozzie Bear, but I can't do it as well anymore. So it would have come in handy just now.
It would have. Everyone, take your minds back to when Jared could do this.
5 pneumonias ago.
Right. Okay, anyway, speaking of rage.
So I get this email, and I'm looking at it, and I'm not really thrilled by the person that sent it. And my issue is I had sent this person to other folders so that I didn't have to deal with this person.
Do you wish you could do that in real life?
I do. So then, of course, since I'm Jared, it bit me in the rear.
Shocker.
And I missed some things, and anyway, it's neither here nor there. So I get this email, and I'm talking to my friend, let's see, Bonnie. Yeah, Bonnie is her code name on
Clyde?
the show. Yeah. And if you talk to anybody that works with us, they'll know who Bonnie is, just because I'm the Clyde. Anyway.
So, good code name, Jared.
I know, right? Actually, maybe they wouldn't.
Oh, dear.
So I get this email and I open it and I'm just fit to be tied.
I
Fit to
know
be
the
tied.
feeling.
And
The
Bonnie
only
says
thing that
to
I
me,
fit into.
Bonnie says, I don't know why you even opened that email. To which my reply is, I needed something to be mad at.
I mean,
One more thing can't hurt.
excuse me. I kind of feel like you have to look for something.
No, that's why I'm like, one more thing can't
You
hurt.
have to go looking.
So,
They're everywhere.
and then I'm just going to go on this tangent too. So in said email is a TED Talk.
Like an actual TED Talk? Like transcribed?
No, it's a video,
Okay.
but still. So this person likes to send out the TED Talks to inspire us and make us all feel better.
I gotta
and
tell
improve
ya.
our quality of life.
Nothing triggers my rage more than someone trying to inspire me.
Right. And
Right.
so that was
Like on one of those morning walks,
right.
Joe was like, "You're doing great, keep going," and
Oh no, I
he
don't have any
immediately
of
could
that.
feel that I was angry. All of a
Well, I tend to take it as pity or something because I'm like, I will tell you when I need your support and your charity,
sudden, and it's never.
and it's not now. Well, and it's not so much the TED Talk; it's the motivational speakers that are starting to get to me
starting.
because, like, you did something great. That's great. I'm glad. Good for you.
You know,
But
I just had a thought.
we will averagely speak to you.
So, you know how? So what I think the path that you're taking here
Okay.
is that, excuse me, somebody had something really good or challenging or whatever happen, and now
Right.
they're riding on that coattail for the rest of forever.
Exactly.
Okay, so double standards.
Dun
Okay.
dun dun.
We tell people, you know, one bad thing that happened to you, that doesn't define who you are. Guess what, people? Works both ways. Excuse me.
Well, and I think because the more I think about it, I'm like, that's great. You know, you overcame that thing. But now not only are you going to motivate us, you get to be paid to tell us how great you are from one experience.
Right? And I got to tell you.
Maybe I'm just jealous. I don't
Well,
know.
that's the thing. So for me, because people will watch shows of, you know, the person that was the paraplegic but was able to participate in a triathlon, I don't know, whatever it is, right? Some
Right.
almost impossible thinking thing. And people, oh, it was so inspiring. No, it's not. To me, I look at that and I'm like, I can't even fix dinner every night. Like, great. I remember going to a Sterling Scholars award.
Banquet thing.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't go. Don't go. Okay?
You will
Because-
never feel so underaccomplished in your
Oh
life.
my gosh, I'm telling you, these are high school kids. They have not
Right.
even graduated yet. And they're talking about their trips to Africa, to build the orphanage, and the this and that. And whatever. I kept taking the program and just, you know, how thick is this cardboard? It was horrible. I felt like I had never accomplished anything in my life, which, you know, is not something that I think about on a regular basis. Oh, wait, yes, it is. Thanks, Sterling Scholar. Anyway, no TED
Anyway.
Talks. Except for
Which one?
there is a TED Talk, and I haven't listened to it in a long time, but the guy is giving a talk about nothing. Like, he's basically giving a TED Talk about how you just fake your way through things. And he thus fakes his way through this TED Talk. I'll have to find it.
Well, when you say nothing, that's not far from the truth. I was at a building last year, and I couldn't believe someone had paid money to this person to come in.
Are you sure they paid money?
They were from out of state, so I'm like,
Oh, no.
and we sat through that assembly, and I'm like, I seriously, I didn't know what the point was.
You know?
And we're walking out, and there's teachers behind us. Oh, that was so inspiring. And I'm like, what?
Inspiring for what?
And I didn't feel bad because there were other teachers, you know, that I was with that day, and they're like, yeah, what was that? I'm like, I don't know. We sat here for an hour.
Maybe it was like the, is it the ASMR where it was just the soothing tones?
It wasn't even that. I mean, I like me a good ASMR.
I tried.
It was, the guy played football, and that was...
Congratulations.
That was
it
about
Rudy?
it. No, well, and I'm trying to think if there was an injury. There wasn't even an injury. Like, I kept waiting for it. I remember that. I'm like, oh, something happened and ruined his entire career, and it just never came.
And here we are, stuck listening to you.
I'm like, okay. And yeah, I can't even... That
You know what that tells
haunts
me? You know what that tells me?
How shallow I am?
No. No. That tells me that you and I could get into the biz.
Oh, no. So I've sadly thought about this, actually.
I will motivate you.
Because I am. I'm like, and it was after that assembly that I just told you about. I'm like, you don't really need anything.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm bald.
Look at how I've survived.
Look how I've survived.
I have nodes. But I am a survivor.
I'm a survivor from my nose. And we're going to go win it in New York City.
At Lincoln Center.
At Lincoln Center. Thank you. I couldn't remember.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, wow. Okay.
So, yeah. That all started with something that I just needed to be mad about.
The rage. It comes in handy.
So, every once in a while.
Speaking of rage, I don't know if you remember this. Several years back, I was having a real issue with...
I do. I have it documented on Facebook. In fact, every once in a while, in my memories, it'll come up with something like, Kate just wants to punch everybody in the throat, and I have the punch emoji.
And that's putting it lightly. And it was so weird because it was just triggered seemingly so randomly.
Well, no, it was hilarious
and it was for a
me
while. It was
because
months that
I
this
could say
happened.
something like, "Oh, I got stuck in traffic. Punch it in the throat." It was the answer to everything.
Violence is its solution. Well, during this time, first of all, a friend of mine had essential oils.
I don't mind them sometimes.
Well, lavender's supposed to calm you down, right? So she gave me some lavender. And boy, howdy, did I not calm down. So now we don't keep that in the house. We accidentally got some bath salts that had lavender in it. No. And I almost tried them once. I'm like, maybe that was just a fluke. Nope, it was not. Like, what is wrong with me?
I don't know. Did I tell you about my bath bomb?
Do I want to know?
No, go ahead, finish your thing.
Anyway, our favorite story from the Rage days is I had taken a shower and, of course, cut myself shaving. And, of course, couldn't find a Band-Aid to save my life.
She's a bleeder.
I tell you what. So now keep in mind,
Just saying.
I haven't gotten dressed yet. I just got out of the shower. And I'm looking for Band-Aids. Can't find them. Joe's not home, so I'm texting him. Where the hell are the Band-Aids? He's like, well, there's a first aid kit on my bike. So I go out to the garage and I find this little first aid kit, but it's like hanging on something and I can't get it off.
It's amazing you didn't pass out from the blood loss.
Well, I did punch it in the throat. For reals. I was so mad. So now there are Band-Aids in several places in the house. Just in case.
No, I think I told the bath bomb story.
No, I don't know this bath bomb story.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
Well, maybe I planned on it and I didn't. I just didn't want to repeat myself. I'd like to have new, fresh material.
Well.
No, it's just that I'm like, I'll give the annotated version that I experienced my first bath bomb and I put it in. And the end of the story is basically I felt like I was just bathing in soapy Kool-Aid. Like...
Some of them look a little concerning.
Like, yeah, I knew it wasn't sticky, but I'm like, this is the rage? This is...
Yeah, well,
I got shortchanged.
What the other thing is hot chocolate bombs.
Oh, yeah. No, the reason I didn't tell this is because at one point the water was so dark, I was thinking about taking a picture of my toes sticking out of the water, but I didn't want people to get the wrong idea.
And they would.
With the Kool-Aid looking water and everything.
What color was it? Not red, I hope.
That's why I said I didn't take it.
My first thought would have been, oh, Dexter's
Talk
good.
about
Yeah.
your safety checks. And that is the end of the bath bomb experience.
Wow, but a hot chocolate bomb is actually pretty cool. Because it's a chocolate ball,
Right.
and as the chocolate melts, all the marshmallows and stuff come out of it. It was kind of fun. And it's contained into a little cup, not your bathtub.
Oh, that is
So
nice.
there's that. All right, let me check my notes here. You got anything?
You can go.
No.
No, really.
I just,
I mean, something will come.
don't
to
say
mind.
I didn't. Don't say I didn't try. So, my sister messages me recently, and she's like, "You don't have an Alexa device, do you?" And I said,
Those Alexa devices. Oh, I do have a story. Anyway,
"See?"
continue.
So I said, "Well, no. Having Joe's Siri listen to us is enough for us." But to Alexa's credit, she does do some funny things. So my sister's telling me, apparently, if you whisper to her, she will whisper back. And so then we started the conversation about how it listens in on your stuff, right?
Right.
And she's like, oh, yeah. My friend was over, and I was complaining about the kids being obnoxious, and I said, I'm going to have to punch some kids. And all of a sudden, Alexa pops. Alexa's listening. I'm going to have to call social services. Busted. I'm just saying, don't be plotting stuff if you got one of them devices around.
Well, no, you had been talking about
She's a
Siri
busybody.
like the last time that we showed in our last
You
episode.
remember?
Every once in a while.
Oh, anyway.
So I haven't had that experience until recently. And
Did it threaten to call social services?
it did not
on
threaten
you?
to call social services on me, but it did give me pause to go, oh, because I haven't had that exact kind of experience like you had had.
Right.
So I was talking with my mom, because she's like, your dad, he's going to go donate platelets like 2 days before his vaccination, and I don't know if that's safe.
Probably not. And even
He
if it's
did
not,
it.
not safe, it's not smart.
He did it.
Of course he
He did. That's just my father.
did. Jared's dad. Come on.
So I didn't really think anything of it until I'm going through my news feed, and all of a sudden, there's an article in there that specifically says how soon can you donate blood after you get the vaccination, but it was just close enough that I was like,
I'm telling you, all the time. And then
It's
here's the
getting
other thing
shifty.
that I hate. Like, I'll go through Google News, and apparently if I open an article, then that's all I want to hear about forever.
yeah, Google
Right?
does tend to do that.
And so then then you have the option, you can like click the button and say, hide this story, or I'm not interested in fill in the blank. And it never gives me the not interested in that I want. It won't say not interested in TikTok. It won't say not interested in
We don't like that
whatever
talkity
that
tick.
person is or whatever. No, like some random part of the topic. Anyway, so if you say not interested in or hide this story,
Right.
you have to do it like 7 times.
I have had that experience as well.
And one of them was a not pleasant story about a dog. And I had to hide it multiple times. And I'm like, stop showing this to me because I'm going to get mad.
She's going to punch you in the throat,
I will
Google.
punch you in the throat.
Gracious goodness me.
I tell you what.
No, it is, but I do hate that you have to hide stuff. But I get recommended stuff like, so this week my annoyance was the Kardashians. Let me tell you how much I do not keep up with them. I'm the person that's like, why are they famous?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew Caitlyn Jenner, that was it.
I didn't even know that.
So, Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
I don't
I'm
know how
not
that stuff
interested.
shows up in the first
I
place.
don't want to know. Do they pay them? I wonder.
And why do I want to see like 17 stories about the same thing?
Right.
Because you all are saying the same stuff.
Right.
These freaking bloggers.
Oh,
I
there
tell
was
you.
an article I was going to send you the other day that was just very poorly written.
And it makes me crazy.
But then I'm like, I don't want to raise her blood pressure.
Probably smart. Because, whoo,
Oh, goodness.
boy howdy. Yeah, so, speaking of things that increase my blood pressure, I assume that you've heard of the Gorilla Glue girl.
Deep, heavy breath. Yes, I have.
Right? So, I just don't understand.
Well, my problem is that it's inspiring other people to do
What?
stupid
Right.
things.
So this grown woman uses Gorilla Glue like hairspray in her hair, thinks that it's gonna just wash out. It's
Gorilla Glue.
And so then this guy is like, "Oh, she's faking it, so I'm going to Gorilla Glue a cup to my mouth and prove that
She's
oh wait,
faking
I
it.
got to go to the hospital now." Why? How dumb do you have to be? So then, yesterday I saw, and don't fact check me because she probably didn't really say it, but it's a meme of Betty White. It says,
Oh, Betty.
"My whole life, nobody ever told me not to put glue in my hair, but I figured it out somehow." Like,
You know, there's a point to that
on.
because yeah.
but here's the thing that kills me. So first, she does a GoFundMe to help with pay for getting the glue out of her hair.
Well, I read that like she had to
Yeah.
be flown out to LA to
Well,
have some kind of surgery.
Because this guy offered to do it.
Oh, well, that was nice.
And he did, and that's great. However, because he did it for free, he didn't charge her, so then she was going to give the money to charity. So that's great. Not charity, but like to specific people that needed it in
Right.
her area. And I'm like, okay, fine. But then I read
There's more.
that she now has a talent agent. And I'm like, why? To help you think of more stupid stuff to do? And then I read an article where she was like, I'd love to have a reality show. Of what? You doing stupid things like putting glue in your hair? Nobody wants to see that. Well, I guess they do, but I don't. I don't
Maybe
understand.
she's just hoping to get an audition as a contestant or something.
No. She has like a
Or she
little-
wants her own show.
Yeah. So
Oh.
she has like a dance school, or she does a
Like,
daycare.
would you? Oh my gosh! Would you take your child to this person?
I'm just saying.
Questionable choices. That's all I'm saying.
You are a grown adult. And I've learned that doesn't mean anything.
It really
anymore.
doesn't.
It's kind
anymore.
of like having a master's degree. It's just, and? But what can you do? No faith in it at all. Don't get me started. Oh, too late.
That's great. All right. You have anything else?
I have one more thing.
All right. Go for it.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Just on a side note, I'm teaching online, and I had 14-year-olds upset that I did nothing for Valentine's Day. And I wanted
Don't
to
they
say,
know you?
That's what I was going to say. You spend the last 6 months with me,
You haven't figured it
and
out?
you're not surprised we didn't celebrate Valentine's?
I did have to email some people at work some funky Valentines just to.
Never in my life have I been so relieved. I'm like, I don't have to go out in public. I don't have to talk to anybody. I can truly celebrate Valentine's Day and ignore it. So I thought.
We kind of did too. I kept forgetting about it, but.
Anyway, St.
Anyway.
Patty's Day.
Speaking of St. Patty's Day, it reminds me. So then I've been seeing these like clever St. Patrick's Day T-shirts and stuff, right?
Right.
And it reminds me of a time that, well, frankly, it's one of my biggest regrets. It's like right beneath not saying something to Bill Murray when I saw him at JFK. Because I would have said the perfect thing. Remember what I was going to say?
I don't.
I'm kind of having a Woody Harrelson moment right now. Anyway, so back in the day, this is so far back in the day that this is when we used to go to the office, which was Barnes and Noble.
Oh my gosh, the office.
And we would sit by the window.
We would.
And
we would write.
We would.
And
I
drive
would watch
all the cafe people nuts.
Pretty much. Thank heavens there wasn't like TikTok and stuff back then, because
oh my gosh.
we probably would have been accidentally viral. So anyway.
We would have gone accidentally virus.
Yes. So we're sitting there and I see this girl walk into the store and she's wearing a shirt that says, "Kiss me if you're Irish." And
I don't remember this at all.
And I'm like, oh, that's clever. And then, no kidding, 10, 15 minutes later, a guy walks in with a shirt, no lie, that says, "I'm Irish." And I regret to this day that I did not go find those two people and put them together.
I don't remember this at all.
I don't know. Maybe I just kept it to myself and thought about it for like the rest of the month.
No, I'm sure you did. We'll have to review the tapes.
Oh, the tapes! Oh, Bandicamp. Oh.
That's funny. I just stumbled on Bandicamp this week.
I'm telling you.
So.
You ever want evidence?
Well, no, because and it made me think, I'm like, there's going to come one time when I'm dead, and I'm like, maybe they will. I don't know if any of my posterity is going to be like, oh, let's listen to these, or if they're just going to get tossed. I better bring them to your family. Your family will care.
I think that the kids will probably listen to it, but then they'll be like,
what are they talking about?
Yeah, what? My family, some of them will at least know what to listen for. Oh, boy, the things. Okay, anyway.
Yes.
But yeah, that's like my second biggest regret in life.
That would have been hilarious. If nothing else, then just to get a picture.
Exactly. Except that we didn't have camera phones then.
Surely we did. I'm sure I had Blueberry or whatever.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it was just not like these phones.
No, not like fancy schmancy Star Trek phones.
You couldn't make a movie on it or anything, but
you couldn't make TubeBube.
I don't think you should ever make that. Ever.
They're coming.
Who let the dogs out? Incoming.
All right.
We better wrap it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, on that note, we will wrap it up.
Oh! The can dancers are here. Oh, don't you wish you were here for reals?
Oh my gosh. Maybe you don't.
We don't.
All right, I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
We'll see you next time.